So hello everyone, I'm Imre, I'm from Accenture. I guess the first question would be, alright, what's the whole hype with HoloLens? I mean, alright, here stands this guy with a device on his head. Everyone heard from HoloLens, and what's it all about? Why is it better than the competitors? The first thing would be, like, if you would ask Microsoft, they would say, well, it's a mixed reality device, and we are just putting holograms in your living room. Isn't that enough? It's like, what more you want? If you ask the competitors, they will say that we can do almost the same. Just one tiny little detail, we will need to connect our device to an actual computer. So this is one huge difference where Microsoft has a huge advantage. This is a computer, and this computer runs Windows 10. If you are into Windows development, then you know that the newest types of application are the universal Windows platform applications, which means these applications run both on tablet, phone, HoloLens, and also on computer. I'll show you one of our applications, something that we developed specifically for you. One small detail, this device takes into account the actual room where you stand, where you use it. So for example, if I would exit and afterwards I would come back, the device would recognize it and it would restart every application that's already running in the room. You can see the Made with Unity splash screen. This is kind of important because if you're developing for HoloLens, firstly you will develop in Unity. This is a game engine. You will kind of build your whole world over there. And afterwards, you will build it out and you will get into Visual Studio. And afterwards, you will build it and deploy it on the HoloLens. All right, I'll step back a little bit. Let's get to our first use case. Let's say that you are a new joiner at Accenture or at Raya or any other big company. And you have to get to know the company. And you are given a HoloLens. You don't get 10 managers to give you orientation. You are given just a simple HoloLens. So start orientation. All right, start orientation.
Welcome to your first day of work in the virtual factory. This is where we design, engineer, test and develop software.
All right, enter factory.
Welcome. Explore and have fun.
All right. I put a couple of examples here, like what it can do. You can see that the text is rotating with me. So the text takes into account where I stand, and the little dot, that's a cursor, that takes into account where I gaze, where I look. All right? So let's say today's software magazine.
Today's software magazine is created for developers, testers, managers, HR professionals alike. Our goal is to inform. We focus on providing relevant educational resources and on promoting and getting the local community involved in various projects.
All right, they said they'll pay extra if we do a little advertisement. Anyway, start video. Stop video. Stop video. It has a little delay, so the stream and what I actually see has a couple of seconds delay because of the stream. I will show you the full video if you would like to in the break. Let's not waste the time with it. The main idea here is that this is an Accenture promo video, but as well it could be a live stream from your factory. So you as a manager could have a HoloLens. You could just sit down at your office and look around what happens in your factory, and you don't even need to use a desktop computer. All right, let's do something a little bit more special. Design something.
Take the model into pieces and have some fun.
Explode model.
Try to drag and drop the pieces. It might come handy in your everyday work.
Yeah, this will be fun to try it out for you guys after I'll finish the presentation, after the other demo. The main idea is that you can drag and drop the pieces live. It is already used in different design scenarios and different design cases. This is a generator model, and I'm able to move the pieces. I'm able to assemble a full generator if I would like to. I'm able to practically learn what a generator is made of, and I can explore all of the pieces, even the ones that you usually cannot really see because it's in function, so you won't be able to analyze them. All right, let's go forward. Scene engine. All right, usually we use this demo with an electrical engine, but sadly security stopped me, so I won't have that here. So just show model. I will use you a couple of augmented datas for the model. Show model. Show model.
Displaying the holographic model of the Siemens engine. You can increase or decrease the size if needed. There seems to be an overheating issue. Would you like a status report?
Maybe one small note, this is not 2D, so if I would like to, it's redrawing, and that's why it's a little bit, exactly, it needs a little time to stabilize. But this is the engine from the other side. If you're interested to see it from below, it looks like this. If you would like to touch it a little bit, it's all right. They usually recommend to cut the holograms if you get too close, because it's not good for your eyes to see it from really close. But usually we just skip this step because we really like to kind of get and touch the whole holograms a little closer on. All right. We had an overheating issue in this engine, as it already stated. So let's see. Give report. Give report.
Some parts of the engine have overheated. Requesting further action. Should I suggest solutions?
First, make bigger. I didn't see it loud enough for the first time. All right. Suggest solutions.
The speed needs to be decreased to reduce the heat load. Order spare part as long-term solution. Explode the model and color code to identify the exact issue. Awaiting instructions.
Explode model.
Displaying the individual pieces of the engine. Color code for further details.
Color code.
Color coding enabled. The overheated parts are colored red. How do you want to proceed?
Decrease speed.
The speed was decreased. The overheating issue was solved. Would you like to order the necessary spare part?
Order spare part.
I ordered the spare part. I just hope you have a WBS for that. It's hard to find a hero these days. Thank you. Continue your workday.
Yes, maybe that was a little inside joke over there. All right. I guess you could have seen how this could be used at a factory or at a lot of different industrial scenarios and use cases. For now, this is it. Thank you. I will respond to your questions if you have any. And afterwards, after the other demo is presented, I'm happy to give it to you. You will be able to also try to touch the generators, try to move the pieces, maybe try to interact with the engine a little bit, and we will see from there. Thank you.
Questions?
Just a short one. On the projector, the graphical quality was pretty dreadful. I assume much better with the HoloLens.
Yes, it's a little better. It has to be said that usually, so like the frame rate drops. When I'm streaming, the frame rate will drop with a lot. So the quality is even better for me if I'm not streaming it out to you. One little side note over there. A similar technology is Google Tango, which is something similar but on a phone or on a tablet, which is Google Tango enabled, that have a little bit of a better quality models. For now, this is all that it can do, but it's pretty decent. So it's pretty decent for having a hologram in front of you and being able to touch it.
Isn't it too tiring for the eyes since the image is shaking, it's flickering?
Yes, yes. It has a couple of stabilizer algorithms built in, so those work all the time. But anyway, after a couple of hours, you will feel tired. You will feel tired also because this is kind of heavy. You will be able to feel it also on your head afterwards. I would say they are already coming out. So in 2019, they'll come out with a new version, which would be a lot better, smaller, easier, and so on. And they will also increase the field of view, exactly what the person right next to you is signaling, and they will also increase the quality. But right now they are the most ahead in the technology also from this point of view. So yeah.
One question: can you detect if you have an obstacle in front of you, or interact and when you see one?
Exactly. So I mentioned already that the HoloLens knows that it's in this room. What it actually does is it scans the whole environment and it puts a triangle mesh on top of everything. So it will know that, for example, here's an obstacle. It will know that here is a path where I can cross and so on. One pretty decent application for this is that, for example, if I would want to move something and put it on a table, I will be able to put it on the table and not inside the table. So it can sense where's the table and I can put it exactly on the mesh. So it can do that.
And any games?
Yes, so there are a couple of games already developed for it, and you just scan the room, start it, and monsters will come out of the walls. It's great. Yes?
How difficult is it to build a model for
Yes, this is a very interesting aspect because here, next to the software development effort, pretty big part goes to the 3D modeler, who is actually doing all these models. These models are made of. So if you want to develop good software for this, you would have to build up the models from smaller pieces. So the developer would be able to use those pieces and build them together, explode them apart, and so on. It's pretty hard. We at Accenture we have design capability, and they did this support for us. So it was a joint effort. So
does it offer any importing from some tool like AutoCAD or something?
Yes. So from AutoCAD, if I know well, you can export to FBX format. So like that's a standard 3D format, and that you can import directly into Unity.
Can you guide blind people?
Exactly, a very good question. So there was a right at the beginning, after they released it, there was a project for blind people. They bought like 10 HoloLenses and they cut off the lenses from them. The HoloLens people were scared, like, what did you do? Like, one of these devices costs $3,000, just as a note, and it can only be bought by companies who have their so it only can be bought in the United States. So it's kind of hard to get one of them. And yes, so they did exactly this software for blind people. You can use also this technology that scans the whole room and that will show to you, for example, with sound signals where you should go. So like that's one possibility, and the other possibility is to mix it with artificial intelligence, to mix it with a neural networks library, like example TensorFlow or something like that, and use also that. So for example, it's kind of easy to, like, you won't see anything, but if you see recognize, you can just get a picture from what the HoloLens sees, and you can recognize everything that's on the picture. We already did something similar as well at Accenture.
Does it also have a buzzer or something?
Sorry, what?
A buzzer, something which vibrates.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. What it does have, but right now I cannot show you because I'm not connected to the cloud. It has Cortana, so it has a digital assistant. Almost any new device has a digital assistant, but it also has Cortana. If that's important for you. Yes?
Are you aware of any development for haptic feedback essential for this technology? I'm thinking about the exoskeleton like that can make you actually feel the touch of an object.
Yes, so there are a lot of development. What I can say is that there is already a community, but the community is not very big because of the price of the device. But this community already developed something similar. They put sensors and they kind of send the sensors data. So what I've seen, they have put a sensor on every finger, and afterwards they tried to touch an object, and they could map that back to the HoloLens. So I've seen a project similar to this. We will see, I think, in a couple of years when this will get into like big mass, big scale production. Because then the indie developers will get into it, and we will see a huge jump in application and every type of improvement related to it.